Welcome to another episode of You Know Ball, baby! Brought to you by PLAYBOOK Sports. I'm Anthony. To my right, I got the king of, I was about to say king of kings, but he's not Jesus. But that's my boy Philly Phil in the motherfucker. Phil, what's good?
Hey, what's good, y'all? What's good? I'm chilling. I'm happy. It's been a good week. We're going to get into our small forwards list soon. But before we do that, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow PLAYBOOK Sports on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter.
Go to X.
And also make sure to hit that bell as well with some live streams coming in the future on YouTube. Maybe Twitch. But anyways, let's get into it after Anthony gives you some messages.
I was just about to say 30 through 21. I'm excited for this one. This one was a lot easier to put together than the other list. I feel like everyone kind of falls into different, like similar tiers, you know? I know there's a couple of dudes that I like a little more than you.
Oh, definitely.
I bet it's the same thing for you, brother. So we could just kick it off. I can start with my number 30. At number 30, I went with Josh Green. You know, we're on the same page? Good. Josh Green is a dude that, honestly, basketball fans piss me off about because everyone, like, I feel like they use advanced metrics to kind of say he's going to break out soon, and he just hasn't broken out, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not the starter by the end of the year. I think starting a dude like Seth Curry next to LaMelo will work a lot better than starting a dude like Josh Green.
I'm not going to lie. I actually really want Cody Martin to be the starter here.
Love that too.
I want him to be at the 2 and then have Brandon Miller be at the 3. I feel like it just makes more sense. I feel like he fits. I feel like he doesn't do too much and takes away usage from these guys. So having Josh Green out there, I mean, watching him play with Dallas, I don't know what the heck he really does. All I wrote down is that he's just tough and scrappy because of the whole Austin Reeves fight. But we'll see what happens, you know, with the Charlotte Hornets. Maybe he'll have a new awakening.
He's an efficient three-point shooter. I'll give him that. But, bro, like I do look at him like you more as a two-guard.
Yeah.
You're a two-guard shooting 68% from the free throw line, bro. Like, you don't go in the gym enough, brother. Like,
what is going on?
That just – you can't do that. So, I got him at 30. At 29, this is a dude that I feel a little bit mixed on.
Okay.
I definitely could see a world where he's in the top 20. But I just think what we saw from his rookie year, Asar Thompson, I couldn't put higher than 29.
Honestly, I'm not mad about that. That man cannot shoot.
He doesn't really bring anything offensively, and Ron Holland's there now too, who's kind of in a similar situation as him. So it's like two dudes that can't really shoot on the court. Like one of them might end up on the bench. I hope if he could shoot efficiently, bro, he has the tools to be the best perimeter defender in the league.
Yeah.
And he looked like one of the best last year. It's just the offense that. Like, Tony Allen was great, but you couldn't play Tony Allen more than 25 minutes a game at max.
Nah, I feel you. I'm not mad about that. I had him just a little bit higher. Not, like, crazy higher, but a little bit higher. Because I feel like I like his defense. I like his rebounding for his size. And I do like that he's mobile. The only thing he can't do in my eyes is he cannot shoot. 18% is ugly, bro.
It's
but
disgusting.
I do like him more than these other guys. And I do feel like if they were to switch spots with the guys that I have – with the guys I have him above, that he would contribute more from winning.
Okay, I agree with that. I do think he's definitely a type of dude where I think the problem with him at this point in his career is he's not a starter for me. Mm-hmm. Like, I think coming off your bench in spot minutes when you need a stop, when you kind of need that jolt of energy that he provides being such a good cutter, he's a great player for that. But as a starting small forward on a team that's kind of trying to spark a rebuild, I don't look at him as a cornerstone in that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he can grow over in Detroit for these next coming years. Hopefully. All right. My 29 was actually a little different, and it's probably going to shock people. I got Dylan Brooks at 29.
I knew you were. See,
I got Dylan
when
Brooks
I
at
said
29.
there's dudes that I have higher than you, I knew Dylan Brooks was the dude I was thinking of.
Screw Dylan
He
Brooks.
just does so much.
Screw him. But I'm just playing. My bad. I think that it's good that he's with the Rockets because he is giving them culture. He's definitely – I've seen way more of an attitude change with the Rockets than usual. But I do feel like soon he's not going to fit this team. And I feel like he may actually get traded because I feel like Reed Shepherd would be a better starter in his position. I feel like what's it called? I feel like they could just do better with their lineup without him, in my opinion.
I think there's ifs that lead to that. Like if Reed Shepherd comes in and he's as good as we think he can be right away. I think like Dylan Brooks had a better season last year than Amen Thompson. I think Amen Thompson definitely has a brighter future. But like dudes like even Cam Whitmore, for example, like I would, if I'm trying to compete, which they obviously were trying to do last year, I would start Dylan Brooks. I think to develop though, like you said, I would not be surprised if he got traded next year because you have so many dudes on that wing.
Yeah.
But honestly, and this might be a hot take, if I'm the Rockets, I think I'd rather trade one of those young players rather than Dylan Brooks. And the reason is you have so many players to pay.
Yeah.
Like, you trade one of those young guys and you open up a little bit more money that you could give to a Reed Shepherd, a Jabari Smith, a Şengün, Amen Thompson. Like one of those guys, I understand why they don't want to build around Şengün because there's so many fucking guys there. You know, like one of those guys is going to be great. And Şengün looks like he has the highest chance of doing that. But why not trade him now and kind of get a shit back for him?
Get some value.
Especially for those that, I don't believe in Jabari Smith as much anymore. But for the people that do, if you really think Jabari Smith could be that guy, you trade Şengün and you get pieces around him. That could be a solid team.
Honestly, whatever trade they do with Alperen Şengün, they got to have a center in that trade. They have to. Because, like, have a center and have a really good forward or point guard with that, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah, who's their backup center right now? Steven Adams?
Yes. Backup center is Steven Adams, and I think they had another person after that. Oh, no, Jock Landale somewhere else, I think.
Big Jock. My 28, I have Taurean Prince here.
Okay.
He's just kind of cool. The players above him I'm a little more excited about. I feel like Taurean Prince kind of showed last season that he can't play too many minutes. It kind of gets ugly. I know you know that.
Screw him.
Yeah, and honestly, bro, I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I don't know how you have Taurean Prince over Dylan Brooks.
I honestly put him over because I like his shooting a little better, and I feel like he's just a go type player. With Dylan Brooks, he can play some defense, but his offense is crap. Let's be for real. His offense is crap.
Say crap, bro.
Compared to Taurean Prince, who I think is a better shooter, and I would rather.
He's a more efficient shooter because he gets more open shots. But
he shot better.
But Dylan Brooks creates with the ball, so I think there's a difference there. There's a difference in
he does an okay
like who's
job.
a better shooter, KD or Grayson Allen?
KD.
Because he could create more shots. And I'm not saying Dylan Brooks.
Well, because
KD.
because KD is a good shooter, not just create more shots. He's a good shooter.
Grayson Allen's a more efficient shooter, is what I'm saying. And that's kind of the same thing with Taurean Prince and Dylan Brooks, where it's like Taurean Prince is gonna get open corner threes from LeBron. Dylan Brooks kind of has to create a shot a little more.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'd rather have Taurean Prince than Dylan Brooks. If I'm being for real.
I wouldn't.
Trust me.
I can't see a world, bro.
If we had Taurean Prince off our team, which we do now, I definitely wouldn't want Dylan Brooks on this team. Definitely not.
I don't think he fits with the Lakers as much.
I
Actually, I think he'd be decent there.
I
think he'd be decent there.
I hate him, but I do not want that shooting streak to go on, like of him just missing everything in LA.
I like him. I like him. But who's your 28?
At 28, I put Derrick Jones Jr. here.
Okay.
I put Derrick Jones Jr. here. Now, I do feel like he may play, or he's going to be a better fit, because he's going to give more usage to Kawhi Leonard and James Harden to do their thing. I'm not saying he's better than Paul George. I feel like he's just going to let them have more touches, have more shot attempts, be able to do more of their thing. Because I feel like having 3 stars on the same team, it just bothers me. And I feel like having a role player like him is going to make him better, but I don't feel like it's going to be that better. Like, he plays defense, he hustles, but his shooting can be a little streaky, and he's not too much of an offensive threat.
The thing I think Derrick Jones Jr. brings that Paul George didn't is Derrick Jones is a way better cutter than Paul George. Off the ball, he's going to move better. You don't have to give him the ball on the perimeter and let him cook the same way you did with Paul George, like where Kawhi and Harden are sitting around waiting for the ball. I have him a little bit higher because I kind of like him more as a defender as well.
Yeah.
I also think last season it was his career high in mid-range attempts, field goal percentage-wise. He shot 49%, 3 to 10 feet away from the basket, and 10 to 16 feet away from the basket. He shot 44%. So I just think like he's kind of developing into more than just like a 3 and a dunker, like where he could kind of have different spots on the court. And I do like him on the Clippers a lot. I think Harden's going to make him look a lot better than I guess he was playing with Luka last year, so it's like the same thing. But Harden is definitely an elevator with players like that.
That is a weird thing, but I feel like he fits the flipper culture pretty well.
Yeah.
Hustle and grind and defense. That's what they're going to need.
At 27, I have Anthony Bennett. Oh, sorry.
I was like, what?
I meant Zachary Ristishire. Dude, Dude, I mean, like, come on. What other year is a number 1 pick ranked this low?
That's an elite jab.
You know?
That's actually an elite jab. And I think I actually have Zachary Ricochet at 27 as well.
Bro, like, what other year would the number 1 pick be? Like, there's number 2, number 3 picks that I wouldn't put this low, bro. And the power forward position is not, small forward is not a stacked position by any means. Any means whatsoever. I mean, if you look up at this list, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 All-Stars out of 30 players. I mean, I don't know.
That's bad.
20. But the one thing I will give him credit for is when we were doing research for our draft predictions, I was watching a lot more tape rather than looking at stats. When I was looking at the stats for this guy, he elevates in like the playoffs. In the Euro Cup, he looked a lot better than how he did in the regular season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think he's a role player, bro. Like Anthony Bennett, bro. like he's just, I don't know. They fucked up. Alex Sarr should have been number 1 for sure.
Now, when it comes to these lists we've been doing, I've been trying to put good things and bad things about people, and I couldn't think too much about Zach because he's a rookie, so all I put was rookie. But I will give him that he's a 6'9", 6'10", whatever they want to call him, small forward. I will give him that because that is an advantage. Height is an advantage in basketball. But is he going to be a better shooter than he was in the – there was one stat I saw when the International League that he played 36 games, and his shooting splits were 44, 35, and 74. I was looking at that because his points weren't really too much. He was in the 10-4-1 range or 12-5-1 range. He wasn't really a passer.
This is the Euro Cup and league play stats combined. He averaged 18 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. But with those combined, he shot 50, 45, 70.
Okay.
Which is really efficient.
That's not bad.
But it's also not the NBA.
Yeah. So we'll see how he does, but for now, I'm keeping him at that 27 range. I'm sorry.
Would you be confident that he ends the season as a starter? Like, would you be confident in that? Considering, like, they have DeAndre Hunter right now coming off the bench. Dyson Daniels coming off the bench.
My bad, y'all.
Bless you. And then Jalen Johnson also is their power forward. Like,
yeah.
I think there's, like, dudes that could overtake him positionally.
If he can shoot as well as I hope he will, I believe so. Because Trae Young needs that around him. Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. Those are going to be 2 stars.
But you think there's a chance where he won't end the season as a starter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is a chance.
And, like, that shouldn't be the case for a number 1 pick, bro. You know, especially on a team that, like, kind of shafted what they had at that position. And, like, Sadiq Bey and DeJounte Murray were dudes that were on the wings. I would be I feel like the Hawks fucked up, bro. I think Sarr is going to be so much better than this guy. Even Reed Shepherd would have fit this team a lot more.
That's what I was puzzled by, bro. I really would have loved Reed Shepherd over there.
Bro, Reed Shepherd and Trae Young backcourt ain't defending shit, but they are putting up a dub a night.
Just have Reed Shepherd learn under him, bro. Like, even have him as a backup point guard.
Facts.
That would have been tough.
Literally. At 26, this is where I had Derrick Jones Jr. I'm not going to say much because you kind of covered it all, but I just like his 3-and-D potential. His numbers weren't as good as I thought they were last year, but I do like him a lot.
No problem. At 26, this is actually where I had Taurean Prince.
Perfect. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
Honestly, I'm going to say this. I really do feel like also that I like him with the Bucks. I like that. I think this is what they were kind of missing because for us, he wasn't really like he's a good player, but he should have been a bench player for us. That was his role that he should have been playing. Yeah. But with the Bucks and how badly things were going for them, they had Beasley at the 2 and the 3 sometimes. I do feel like he fits what they're trying to do, and he is a good corner shooter when he isn't playing too many minutes or like, you know.
I agree. I think
he fits just really well for the Bucks.
I like the Bucks' depth a little more next year. I think they're missing a backup center for sure.
Oh yeah.
But right now their bench would be DeLon Wright, Gary Trent Jr., Pat Connaughton, Bobby Portis, and then someone else. Maybe Tyler Smith could slide in there. Mm-hmm. I think if I were the Bucks, though, I'd start Gary Trent Jr. Is that crazy to say? Just because I think their bench is missing size, and Taurean Prince isn't the biggest dude, but I feel like he's a lot stronger than maybe having Gary Trent Jr. on your bench. I'm
not going to lie. I feel like they should just go small ball and just put – well, technically it isn't small ball because Giannis is 6'11", but put Giannis at the center and just do –
bench Brook?
do Dame, bench Brook, do Dame at the 1, do Gary Trent Jr. at the 2, Middleton at the 3, and then Taurean Prince at the 4.
I'd be okay with that too.
I'd just do that.
And then you could have Bobby and Brook. They would terrorize bench bigs.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Terrorize bench bigs. That's a good idea too. My 25, dude. This one hurt me a lot because I think every contender needs a dude like Harrison Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Barnes at number 25, just a really smart 3-and-D player. It sucks how his career started off in those finals where he just couldn't hit the backboard with the fucking Warriors.
Yeah.
But now I do think like he's kind of developed into a really good 3-and-D player. And I feel like a lot of players that are starting at small forward in the NBA, like this is what you want, just a 3-and-D guy. We're going to go up these lists and there's definitely better 3-and-D dudes.
Yeah.
But Harrison Barnes is just a guy. Just a guy.
I think I put him higher only because I like the team that he's on. And I feel like he can do better with this team. Right now he's with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
So I'll explain a little bit more when we get to him on my list. But at 25, I actually had to start Thompson right here.
Okay. I'm not too mad at it. I think like he has like a top 20 ceiling.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did you want to say anything else about him?
Honestly,
you want to ride for him?
I think I already said everything else. He's a good defender and rebounder. It's just he can't shoot.
Yeah.
Like that's what I said before. But like I said, hopefully this season's different.
Yeah, I would like to see him on a contender, I think. Coming off the bench for a contender, I think Asar Thompson would be a lot more fun. But as a starter, like, his flaws shine so much more than his strengths.
Mm-hmm.
You see all the fucking, like, them playing a center on him and sitting the center in the paint so Cade Cunningham can't get there.
The Russell Westbrook treatment.
Literally. Except worse, bro, because Russell Westbrook shot, like, 25, 28%. Asar shot
19,
bro.
Or 18, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, wait, I have 19 here, but I'm probably tripping.
He shot 18.6.
Holy
so
crap.
damn near. But my 24, this one hurt me too, bro, because this honestly is one of my favorite players in the league, bro. I'm not playing with you. Andrew Wiggins, bro. Oh, man.
You got him at 24?
I had him at 24. That's where you had him too?
I had him at 24.
Bro, Wiggins literally, like, the year they made the finals, bro, I was with a different company. And I put him on my top 50 list, and people shit on me. They shit on me so bad. But, bro, Andrew Wiggins in that run was special, boy. And I just think by the end of the year, like, you're probably starting a Buddy Hield, a Kyle Anderson, or a Kuminga at the small forward position. Andrew Wiggins might become which is crazy to think that the fucking former number 1 pick, Maple Mamba, was supposed to be that guy, or Maple Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's fucking 24 as a starting small forward. But you know he's played for more seasons on the Warriors than he did on the Timberwolves? That's so weird.
It really is.
He used to fuck us up. When he was on the Timberwolves, bro, like I'm telling you, against the Thunder, bro, he would have career game after career
Didn't
game.
he shoot that game winner on you guys?
The most disgusting, heartbreaking game winner
That was
I've ever
crazy,
watched,
man. The first game in the NBA season. What was that? For 2017, 2018?
Was that the first game?
I just remember seeing that after basketball practice, and I was like, that's how we're starting the season. That's how crazy this is going to get, because we already knew the Warriors were going to win, but seeing that, I was like, holy crap. That was a good way to start it off.
Bro, against the Thunder, he damn near averages 20 points a game. Like,
that's why you love him so much.
Where did you get this bag? But no, I just think, like, he was a great defender. He really isn't that anymore. He was still a good defender, but just not the same, bro. It just the eye test shows like he hasn't been the same. And his career low in minutes last year backs that up. Steve Kerr sees that too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what ESPN's on with this depth chart when it shows the Warriors lineup, because this is not at all what I would start if I were Steve Kerr and if I was coaching the Warriors. Like, they got Stephen Curry, Brandon Podziemski, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Trace Jackson Davis. That's a recipe for annoyance. Why the heck is Jonathan Kuminga not starting in that lineup? Let's be for real.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I would definitely start this lineup to start the year.
No,
because this lineup to me has the highest ceiling. Like, we've seen Steph Curry and Wiggins and Draymond be successful in the playoffs before.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the year, this won't be the starting lineup. I
hope
with
it
you
isn't.
there, but I think to start the year, this is probably what I would do.
If they do not start Jonathan Kuminga again to start the season, I'm asking for a trade if I'm Kuminga.
I would start Draymond at the 5 and start Kuminga.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I would do. I don't like Trace Jackson Davis as much as, like, I think it's cool that he was like the 57th overall pick and he's a starter.
Mm-hmm.
But and again, we haven't had training camp yet or preseason, so this isn't a real, like, depth chart necessarily. But yeah, like, Moses Moody being a 4th stringer is
crazy.
That's a different conversation.
But I'm just saying, bro. In my eyes, I just if that's what the starting lineup they're going with, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. They got some weapons this year.
At 23, this is where I had Cam Johnson.
I'm a little higher, just a little bit.
Cam Johnson, to me, I just think he needs to be on a better team. Like, I think Cam Johnson on a good team is in the top 15, top 20 range. Cam Johnson on the Nets with not a lot of great playmakers, unless Ben Simmons throws it back.
It's not going to happen.
No way it's going to happen. But, yeah, I can't put him higher because I don't think, like, he's going to get as many open shots as he did last year. They lost their number one, not scorer, but probably the ball handler. Mikal Bridges, I feel like they gave the ball a lot more
1,000%.
than he should have. So Cam Johnson isn't the type to create his own shot. And he's going to have to stand in the corner, and he probably won't be open because if Dennis Schroeder drives to the basket, bro, at this point, I'm cool with him going one-on-one with whoever, bro. But I'm not leaving Cam Johnson for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah. This team is definitely tanking for Cooper Flag. Let's be for real.
That would be sick.
They're tanking for Cooper Flag.
If they get Cooper Flag, then this is a team I would watch out for. Because I think, like, the Spurs last year getting Wemby didn't have this many good role players. You have, like, a Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson, and then Cooper Flag, kind of like big three, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
That's decent. That's a decent start to a rebuild. But if they don't get Cooper Flag, bro,
that's going to be sad, man.
Blow this team.
That's good.
Blow this team up, bro.
That's going to be
Trade
sad.
it all. We don't want to see this team without Cooper Flag. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to watch a next game next year, if I'm being honest, unless they come to OKC.
I'll root for my boy Nick Claxton. I'll root
like
for him,
Claxton,
but I'm not watching it.
But then if they get Flag, they got to get rid of Claxton.
Wait, for real?
I don't think you could play him together.
I feel like you could if you have him like a Magic Johnson type role, play him at the 3 or the 1, and then just have him doing everything else. Because he's not like the best shooter.
That's so nice in theory.
Yeah.
In like 2K, I could do that. But in the NBA, bro, like Cooper Flag has the tools to be that eventually, but you can't start you play him at the 1 to start his career and shit gets ugly kind of quick.
I'll say just play him at the 3 and then just have Dennis doing his thing at the 1 with Cam Johnson at the 2 or the 4, whichever one you want to do. But I feel like you could play Cooper Flag at the 3. Just have him do what Franz Wagner does.
I don't know. I don't like Franz Wagner either, but you guys will find that out a little later. Who's your 23?
No problem. At 23, this is actually where I had Harrison Barnes. And like I said before, I do like that he's playing for the Spurs. I feel like Chris Paul could get him going a little bit better, and he could actually focus with a good rim protector down below instead of what team was he on before? The Domantas Sabonis, the Kings. I just do feel like with the Spurs, he can thrive with this team.
I think like, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm not going to disagree with you there. I feel like they're kind of similar situations, but maybe he just needed to get out of there.
That is true. We'll see how it goes. But this team, I mean, he's got no personality, and this is the team of no personalities, just straight ball. So I think this is going to be perfect for him.
At number 22, this is where I had Aaron Naismith. I liked Aaron Naismith a lot, bro. I think he's a really good role player for that team. I really wanted to put him over number 21, but 22, he might be one of the best catch and shooters in the league, bro. Out of all players who attempted 4.5 or more threes, he was in the top 10 of that. And yeah, he was plus 3.6 last year, and I do think that stat's skewed when you're playing with starters, but he wasn't playing with starters all year last year.
Yeah.
He was playing with the bench, so he's a benefit off the bench or as a starter. I just think that has a lot more value than the dudes behind him, especially as a catch and shoot. Cam Johnson is probably a better basketball player. I'm not going to hold that, but I would take this 42% three-point shooting on 4.5 attempts more than the 39% three-point shooting.
No, I understand. I actually had Aaron Naismith just a little bit higher, literally a touch higher.
Okay.
But I'm not mad about that. I can't be.
I feel like we're pretty hand-in-hand on these lists
Other
than Dylan Brooks.
This was pretty easy so far.
Yeah.
This is pretty easy. But at 22, this is where I had Cameron Johnson. And I just think that maybe like he could like do a little bit better shooting, like increase his stats so that he could get traded. And also, if he does get traded, I feel like he's going to play better. But I feel like this is a year that he can like show other teams that, if you're trying to compete for a championship or if you're just trying to get to the playoffs, this is what I can do. And with the Brooklyn Nets not having like really expectations, he can kind of do whatever he wants. Like Mikal Bridges is out of there. The best point guard they have is Dennis Schroeder. And the next person who's the best scorer on the team is Cam Thomas. So, I mean, there's nobody really blocking his way to be able to be the scorer he can be. And, I mean, at UNC, he was really good at scoring when he was next to Kobe White. So we'll see what's up.
I feel like he's just not that good with the ball. I think that's the only knock I have on him. Like, I trust Aaron Naismith to dribble the ball a little bit more than Cam Johnson. I want to see what his college stats were, though. Because I do remember that UNC team. That team was cool.
Bro, they were shooting left and right.
Dude, I just had a fucking random-ass memory of who was the dude on North Carolina? Was it Josh Jackson? No.
Nah, that was another team. I was thinking that was Arizona.
That was Kansas. But who was the fucking dude who went to the championship with him? North Carolina.
Talking about Bryce?
No. Fucking basketball.
This is crazy. Phillips answering a college question.
You definitely know who this guy is. I'm going to say like 2021.
Amari?
2020. Let's see if I can find who this is. I'm going to find this. Caleb Love. I think he was way before Caleb Love.
Oh, he definitely was.
2018 maybe? Fuck. I'm sorry, y'all, but when I get some shit like this, I got to figure this shit out. 2018. Dude, Leaky Black was still here. Nas Little. No, not Cam Johnson. I was about to get lit. I thought that was him. I feel like it's like Cam Johnson, bro. And I bet the real hoop
Was he a guard?
He was like a wing. He played on the Kings. He played on the Kings.
The Kings.
Oh my God, bro.
Was he a good player?
It was like on this team with Joel Berry. Yeah, he was good. Justin Jackson. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh, Justin freaking Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm sorry. That definitely didn't need to be a segment, but
that dude was good on UNC.
He was cool as fuck, boy.
Right when he came to the NBA, man, he turned into the ghost, Danny Phantom.
I was editing a video for us.
Phantom.
I was editing a video for us, and it was PJ Washington's career high. I was, like, looking at it while I was editing the video, and Theo Maledon was on the court, and I was like, dude, I missed that dude on the Thunder. I thought he was going to be such a good playmaker.
Bro, he was crazy for me in fantasy, man.
He was cold. You said you're 22 already?
Yes, sir.
All right, my 21. This guy's in a similar position that I had Jeremy Grant in, where I just think he had a lot of opportunity last year. I would take a lot of these other players maybe over him just because they're better role players, and that's Kyle Kuzma, bro.
Dang, you got him low.
I know I got him low, bro. And I know the numbers show 22-6, but that team was so shit, bro, and he could kind of do whatever he wants there. Like, I would much rather have an Aaron Naismith if I'm trying to build a contender than a Kuzma.
That is true. But, I mean, Kuzma does have some championship experience, even being a role player.
Yeah, but was he, like, you think he was essential in them winning a championship? You think if they had a Cam Johnson instead of a Kuzma that they wouldn't win a championship? Because I think they would.
That is true. That is true. I don't know because I just really like his size. I know me and Kuzma have had our battles, bro. But like he been pissing me off. But
you said that like you were like in the NBA.
Yeah.
Me and Kuzma, we've had battles,
bro. When it comes to the Lakers, bro, I'm either gonna really love you or really hate you. And Kuzma was one of those guys, man. He was the one I hated, like, a lot. He just made a lot of dumb choices. But, yeah, you're right. Like, it was way more important to have Caruso, Rondo, and KCP than it was to have a Kuzma.
Exactly. Because Kuzma's cool, and when Kuzma has those big games, he'll drag you. But he doesn't have a lot of those big games.
His IQ is really annoying.
Yeah, and his hair sucks.
Oh, man.
Have you seen the video of the announcer? He's got Kuzma has like a kiss like on his hair.
I saw that.
And the announcer's like, "Did he lose a bet?"
Did he lose a bet?
Oh my gosh.
Insert the clip.
Low key, it kind of does look like that. But at my 21, this is where I had Aaron Naismith.
Okay, we had like damn near the same list.
We really did. It's just
the only difference was Kuzma and Brooks.
Yeah, I wonder where you have Brooks at, bro. But,
not too much higher.
But we'll see soon. But yeah, the same things you were saying with Aaron Naismith. I just really like him. I really like that. The first thing I knew about him was he was a really strong and good defender, and he's playing for the Pacers. And you know what I said about the homeboy Siakam? With that
Siakam,
man Tyrese Halliburton, that man can change people. That man can make people better. And the fact that he actually has gotten better since he's been in Indianapolis says something. So I had him higher. I had him top of my list for this 21.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it at all, bro. Aaron Naismith, that's like one of those dudes who's like a story that you want to root for the guy. Just being a fucking throw-in in a trade to a starter, one of the most efficient shooters in the league.
I'm happy for that dude.
Yeah, I am too, bro. Shout out Aaron Naismith, and shout out you guys for sticking around the whole video. We got another video dropping tomorrow with 20 through 11. We got another video dropping after that with 1 through 10. So stick around. Phil, let them know what they need to do.
Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Playbook Sports HQ on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And also hit that bell as well. Me and Ant-Man are out. Let's bounce.
Bounce, baby.